Hello. Okay. Hello there. Are you watching? Are you sitting comfortably? Good, because I am here to tell you a bit about the show you're about to see. See, Shakespeare didn't write a prologue, so instead I wrote this song to give a little overview of the plot so you can follow along. Are you ready? So the play is set in Ephasus, home to main character Antipholus. He's got a slave called Dromio to serve him stuff, but their long-lost twins have come to stir things up. So the twin is called Antipholus, yes, they have the same name, and he also has a Dromio who, yes, looks the same, but they don't know this town is where their brothers remain. So confusing misunderstandings are the name of the game in this little play called Comedy of Mistakes. Wait, no, called Comedy of Things Not Quite Going Right. Wait, no. Comedy of. No, I know it. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know it. Comedy of.
Errors!
Errors! Yes! Thank you. So please enjoy Comedy of Errors. Proceed, Silenus, to procure my fall, and my doom of death, and woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, plead no more. It hath in solemn synods been decreed, both by the Syracusians and ourselves, that if any born at Ephasus be seen, at any Syracusian marts or fairs, again, if any Syracusian come to the bay of Ephasus, he dies. Unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die.
Oh, yeah, this is my comfort. With your words I done my woes, and likewise like the evening sun.
Well, Syracusian, say in brief the cause why thou departst from thy native home, and for what cause thou camest to Ephasus.
Oh, well, in Syracuse was I born and wed, and with her I lived in joy. Our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made. There had she not been long, but she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons, and, which was strange, the one so like the other, which could not be distinguished but by names, that in very hour in that self-same inn, a meaner woman was delivered of such a burden, male twins, both alike. Those for their parents were exceeding poor. I bought and brought up to attend my sons. A league from Epidamnum had we sailed before the wind of baying deep gave any tragic instance of our harm. But longer did we not retain much hope, for what obscured light the heaven did grant did but convey unto our fearful minds a doubtful warrant of immediate death. And so the sailors sought for safety by our boat and left the ship, then sinking right to us. My wife, more careful of the latter born, had fastened him unto a small spare mast. To him one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been heedful like of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves to either end of the mast, and let me say no more.
Nay, forward, old man. Do not break off so, for we may pity, though not pardon thee.
Well, our helpful ship was splitted in the mist, so that in this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left to both of us alike what to delight in and what to sorrow for. Her part, poor soul, was carried before the wind. At length another ship seized on us, and therefore homeward did they bend their course. Thus have you heard me severed from my bliss, that by misfortune was my life prolonged, to tell sad stories of my own mishaps.
What hath befallen of them and thee till now?
No, well, my youngest boy and my eldest care, at 18 years, became inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me that his attendant, so case was like, reft of his brother but retained his name, might bear him company in the quest of them. 5 summers have I spent in furthest Greece, roaming clean through the bands of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephasus, hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought that any place that harbours men. But here must end the story of my life.
Hapless Aegeon, whom the fates have marked to bear the extremity of dire mishap. Now, trust me, were it not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, my soul would sue as advocate for thee. Therefore, merchant, I'll limit thee this day to seek thy life by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephasus, beg thou or borrow to make up the sum, and live. If no, then thou art doomed to die.
But hopeless and helpless to the giant went, but to procrastinate is life's end. Oh.
Right.
There is your money that I had to keep for you.
Right, go bear it to a centaur where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour, 'twill be dinner time. Till then, I'll view the manners of the city, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return and sleep within the inn. Fuck off with long travel, I'm stiff and weary. Get me away.
Many a man would take you at your word and go indeed, having so good a me.
A trusty villain, I, that very often I'm dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humour with his merry jests. I farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down the city. I to the world am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop. So I to find a brother and a mother, in quest of them, unhappy, lose myself. What now? How chance thou art returned so soon?
Return so soon, rather approach too late. The capon burns, the pig falls from the spit, and the clock hath struck 12 upon the bell. My mistress has made it 1 upon my cheek. She is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach because you have broke your fast. But we that know what 'tis to fast and pray are penitent for your default today.
Now stop in your wind, sir, and tell me this, I pray. Where is the money that I gave to you?
Oh, a 6pence I had a Wednesday last to pay the saddler for my mistress's crupper. The saddler had it, sir. I kept it not.
Oh no, I'm not in a sportive humour now. Tell me, and dally not, where is the money? Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir. Why, you gave no gold to me.
Come on, sir knave, have done with your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was but to fetch you from the mart to your house, home to dinner, the Phoenix, sir. My mistress and her sister stays for you.
In what safe place have you bestowed my money? Or I shall break that merry sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I am undisposed. Where is the 1,000 marks thou hadst of me?
I have some marks of yours upon my pate, some of my mistress's marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both.
Thy mistress marks? What mistress, slave, hast thou?
Your worship's wife? My mistress at the Phoenix. She that doth fast till you come home to dinner, and prays that you will hie you home to dinner.
What? Wilt thou flout me thus unto my face? Being forbid. Oh, there, take you that!
What mean you, sir? For God's sake, hold your hand. Nay, and you will not, sir. I'll take my heels.
Upon my life, by some device or other, this villain is overwrought of all my money. For they say this town is full of cozenages, nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, disguised as cheaters, prating mountebanks. If it proves so, I'll be gone the sooner. Yeah. I'll to a centaur to go seek this slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned. That in such haste I sent to seek his master. Short, Luciana, it is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him, and from the mart he's somewhere gone to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty. Time is their master, and when they see time, they'll go or come. If so, be patient, sister.
That why should their liberty than ours be more?
Because their business still lies out the door.
Look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh, no, he is the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
Why, headstrong liberty is lashed with woe.
The servitude is what keeps you unwed.
Not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sway.
Ere I learn love, I'll practice to obey.
Patience unmoved, no marvel though she pause. They can be meek that have no other cause.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Here comes your man. Now is your husband nigh.
I'll say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's at 2 hands with me, and that my 2 ears can bear witness. Oh, look at it.
But say, didst thou speak with him? Knowest thou his mind?
Aye, he told me his mind upon mine ear. Beshrew his hand, I could scarce understand it.
Spake he so doubtfully? Thou couldst not feel his meaning?
Nay, he struck so plainly, I could too well feel his blows.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath great care to please his wife.
Why, mistress, sure my master is horn mad.
Horn mad, thou villain?
No, I mean not cuckold mad, but sure he is stark mad. Look, when I desired him to come home to dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. "'Tis dinner time," quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "The meat doth burn," quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "Will you come home," quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "Where's the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain?" "The pig," quoth I, "doth burn." "My gold," quoth he. "My mistress, sir," quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "I know not thy mistress." "Hang up thy mistress! Out on thy mistress!"
Quoth who?
"Oh, quoth my master. "I know," quoth he. "No house, no wife, no mistress."
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch him home.
No, go back again and be new beaten home. Oh, for God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or else I'll break thy pate across.
Oh, and he will bless that cross with other beating. Between you, I shall have a holy head.
Hence, prating peasant, fetch thy master home.
You spurn me hence, and he will spurn me hither. If I last in this service, you must case me in leather.
Fie, how impatience loureth upon your face.
Say, his company must do his minions grace, whilst I at home starve for a merry look. Hath homely age stole the alluring beauty from my poor cheek?
No,
Then he hath wasted it. Are my discourses dull? Barren my wit? That's not my fault. He's master of my state. What ruins are in me that cannot be found by him not ruined?
Self-arming jealousy. Fie, beat it hence.
I know his eye doth homage elsewhere, or else what lets it be that he would be here? Sister, you know, he promised me a chain. Yeah, would that alone, he would detain, so he would keep fair quarter with his bed. But since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away and weeping die.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy? Oh,
Well, the gold I gave to Dromio is laid up safe at the centaur, and the evil slave is sent forth to seek me out by computation and mine host's report. I could not speak with Dromio since at first I sent him from the mart. And now, see, here he comes. Right. How art thou, sir? Is thy merry humour altered? Oh, well, as you love strokes. Come on, jest with me again. Right. You know no centaur. You received no gold. My mistress has sent thee to send me home to dinner. My house is at the Phoenix. Wast thou mad, that thus so madly thou didst answer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Well, even now, even here, not half an hour since.
No, I have not seen you since you sent me hence, home to the centaur with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold's receipt and spoke to me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou felt I was displeased.
I am glad to see you in this merry vein, sir. But what means this jest? I pray you, master, tell me.
Yea, dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Think'st thou I jest? Hold, take thou that!
Hold! For God's sake, sir, hold! No, what means this? Now your jest is earnest. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I am beaten. Why am I
Shall
nose?
I tell you why?
Aye, and wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Right. Why first? For flouting me. And then, wherefore? For urging it again the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when both in the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason?
All right. But say, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir. I think the meat wants that I have.
Well, in good time, sir. What's that?
A basting.
Oh,
But soft. Who wafts us yonder?
I can't smell.
She's coming in.
anything.
No.
You
She's
see-
walking with a purpose. She's got a
Oh, that
bit-
one. All right. I see.
Yeah,
you.
bit of a crazy eye, that one. I don't really want to. Oh.
Can't speak to
She'll be
ladies
here.
like that, Dromio.
Oh. No, I wasn't talking about her. She's actually quite pretty. I like her.
Oh, yeah, no, she's all right. Quite like
I like,
her.
yeah. No, sorry. I get like that sometimes.
All right, missus. How you doing? I'm winking at her, Dromio. She's not doing that. What? Hey.
sister,
What?
sister, where are you?
Oh, I think she
Adriana,
seems
come hence.
quite angry at you.
Oh,
Dromio. What, sister?
Where is she? Where is that strange, drunkard sister of mine? Come on.
Doesn't sound very nice, sister. She sounds like she got drunk quite a bit.
Aye, Antipholus. You look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath
All
thy
right.
sweet aspects.
Hey, sister,
Oh,
I can fight my own battles.
All right, you go ahead.
They're a weird bunch, aren't they?
I, Antipholus, look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath thy sweet aspects. Am I not Adriana, nor thy wife? The time was once when thou unurged would vow that never words were music to thine ear, never object pleasing in thine eye, that never touch well welcomed to thy hand, that never meat sweet savoured in thy taste, unless I spake, or looked, or touched, or carved to thee. So how comes it now, my husband? Oh, how comes it that thou art this estranged from yourself? That how dearly would it touch me to the quick, should thou hear that I were licentious, and that this body, consecrate to thee by ruffian lust, should be contaminate? Wouldst thou not spit at me, and spurn at me, and hurl them husband in my face? I know thou canst, and therefore see thou do it. I am possessed of an adulterate blood. My blood is mingled with the crime of lust. For if we two be one, and thou plays false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh, being strumpeted by thy contagion. Keep then fair league and truce with thy true bed. I live unstained, thou undishonoured.
plead you me, fair dame? I know you not. In Ephasus I am but 2 hours old.
Fie, brother, how the world is changed with you. When were you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Dromio home to dinner.
What? By Dromio?
By me?
Yes, by you.
By thee.
Oh,
And this thou didst return from him, that he did buffet thee, and in his blows denied my house for his, me for his wife.
Did you converse, sir, with this gentlewoman? What is the course and drift of your compact?
I, sir? I never seen her till this time.
Villain, thou liest. For even her very words thou spokest to me on the mark.
No, I never spake with her in all my life.
Well, how can she thus then call us by our names, unless it be by inspiration?
How ill it agrees with your gravity to counterfeit to this grossly with your slave. Come, I will fasten on this sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband, and I a vine, who all for want of pruning with intrusion infect thy sap and live on thy confusion.
What? Was I married to her in my dream? Or sleep I now and think I hear all this? Well, until I know this sure uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Dromio, go with the servants, spread for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the fairyland. Oh, spite of spites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck out our breath or pinch us black and blue.
Why pratest thou to thyself and answers not? Dromio, thou drone, thou snail, thou slug, thou sot!
Oh, I am transformed, master, am I not?
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
Nay, master, both in my mind and in my shape.
Thou art thy form. It's fine. Yeah.
No, sir, I am an ape.
If thou art changed to what, 'tis to an ass. Come, come, no longer will I be the fool. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Sinner, if any ask you for your master, say he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Come, sister.
Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking? Oh, mad, or well advised?
Master, shall I be porter at the gate?
I don't know, maybe. Not sure.
That I, and let none enter, lest I break thy pate across.
Come, Antipholus, we dine too late.
Good Signor Angelo. Eh? Good Signor Angelo. Hiya. Good Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife is shrewish when I keep not hours. So that lingered with you to oversee the making of a carcanet. Right. And then, oh yeah, that tomorrow you will bring it home to me. Okay. But here's a villain that would face me down. That he met me on the mark, that I beat him, and charged him 1,000 marks in gold, and did deny my wife and house. Thou drunkard, thou. Eh? What dost thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know. That you beat me at the mart, I have your hand to show. If the skin were parchment and your blows were ink, your own handwriting would tell you what I think.
Well, I think thou art an ass.
Marry, so it doth appear, by the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear.
Wait, bit soft. Oh, my door is locked.
Oh.
Go bid them let us in.
Ha! Go! Get thee from the door.
What? Who talks within there? Oh, open the door.
All right, sir, and you tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? For my dinner. I have not dined today. And what art thou that keeps me from the house I owe?
Ah, the porter for this time, sir, and my name is Dromio. Oh, villain, thou hast stolen both mine office and my name.
What? Thou baggage. Let us in. Hey. Hello? Let us in. Wife, you there? Wife? Let me in. Oh, why did
There. Who is it that at the door keeps all this noise?
Oh, by my troth, your town is troubled
who is it
with
at the door that
unruly
keeps all this
boys.
noise?
Are you there, wife? You might have said before. Looks like there's some kind of audio delay. Very
Your
thick door.
wife, Sonny, go get you from the door.
Right. Go fetch me something. I'll break open the gate. No, I'll break in. Go fetch me a crow.
Oh, a crow without a feather? Oh, master, mean you so? Well, if a crow help us in, Sarah, we'll pluck a crow together.
Go get thee gone. Go fetch me an iron crow.
Oh, yeah.
Right. You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and in despite of mirth mean to be merry. Oh, I know a wench of excellent discourse. Pretty and witty. Wild. And yet, gentle too. Will to hers for dinner. Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll go elsewhere to see if they'll disdain me.
Ah, beautiful. And may it be that you have quite forgot a husband's office. Shall, Antipholus, shall love in building grow so ruinous? If you did wed my sister for our wealth, then for our wealth's sake use her with more kindness. Or, if you like elsewhere, do it by stealth. Teach sin the carriage of a holy saint. Be secret false. What need she be acquainted? Then, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister. Cheer her. Call her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain, when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress, well, what else thy name is, I know not. Teach me, dear creature, how to speak and think. Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me then, and to your power I'll yield. Oh, yeah. Your weeping sister is no wife of mine. No, far more. To you do I decline. Oh, train me not, sweet mermaid, with thy note, to drown in thy sister's flooded tears. No, siren, sing for thyself. Oh, and I will dote.
What? Are you mad? Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
But no, it is thyself, mine own self's better part, my food, my fortune, and my sweet hope's aim. My soul, earth's heaven, and my heaven's claim.
All this my sister is. Or else should be.
Thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. Give me thy hand.
Soft. Hold you still. I'll fetch me sister to get her goodwill.
All
Hold on.
right. What? How now, Dromio? Where runs thou so fast?
Oh, master, do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio. Thou art my man. Thou art thyself.
No, I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What woman's man? And how besides thyself? I mean, besides thyself.
Marry, sir, besides myself. Oh, I am due to a woman, one that claims me, one that haunts me, one that will have me.
Right. But what claim lays she to thee?
Oh, marry, sir, such a claim as you would lay claim to your horse. Oh, and she, as a beast, would have me. Not that I, being a beast, she'll take me, but that she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
What is she?
Oh, sir, a very reverent body. I have but lean luck in match, and yet she is a wondrous fat marriage.
Wait, well, what dost thou mean, a fat marriage?
She's a kitchen wench, sir, and all greased.
What? What's her name?
Oh, Nell, sir.
Oh, right, then she bears some breadth.
Oh, no longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She is spherical, like a globe. I could find out countries in her.
Right. Well, in what part of her body stands Ireland?
Marry, sir, in her buttocks, or found it out by the bogs.
What? Where France?
In her forehead, armed and reverted, making war against her heir.
Oh, where's England?
Oh, I looked for the chalky cliff, sir, but I could find no whiteness in them. But I guess it stood in her chin, by the salt room that ran between France and it. Ugh.
Well, we're America. You know, the Indies.
Oh, sir, in her nose, all over embellished with rubies, carbuncles, sapphires. Ugh.
Well, where stood Belgia, eh? The Netherlands.
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. To conclude, this drudge or diviner laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore I was assured to her, told me what privy marks I had about me. The mark of my shoulder, the mole in my neck, the great wart on my left arm. That I, amazed, ran from her as a witch.
Right. Go ivy presently, post it to the road, and if the wind blow any way from shore, I will not harbour in this town tonight. If any bark put forth, come to mark when I'll walk till thou return to me, right? If everyone knows us and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge, pack, and be going.
As from a bear, a man would run from life. Oh, so fly I from her that would be my wife.
Okay, there's none but witches do inhabit here, and therefore 'tis our time I were hence. Oh, she that doth call me husband, even my soul for a wife abhor. Birth sister, possessed with such a gentle sovereign grace, of such enchanting presence and discourse, why, have almost made me traitor to myself. But lest I be guilty of self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid's song.
Master Antipholus? Master Antipholus? Hello?
Aye, that's my name.
No, I know it well, sir. Lo, here's the chain. I thought to have taken to you at the Porpentine. The chain unfinished made me stay thus long.
Well, what is your will that I shall do with that?
Oh, well, what pleases yourself, sir? I have made it for you.
Made it for me? I bespoke it not.
Not once, nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it and please your wife withal, and soon at supper time I'll visit you and then receive my money for the chain.
Well, no, I pray you, sir, receive the money now, for fear you near see the chain nor money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare you well. Yes.
Well, what should I think of this? I cannot tell. But this I think. There is no man so vain that would refuse so fair and offered chain. Yeah, I see a man here needs not live by shifts when in the streets he's met with such flowery gifts. Right, out to the mark, and there Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straight away.
So that's the end of part 1. Quite a lot's gone on. But what happens next? Well, you'll just have to guess until tomorrow, when we'll be back with part 2. So see you back here at the same time for more of this hullabaloo in this little show of comedy of errors. So thank you for watching, everybody. This has been part 1 of Comedy of Errors. We'll see you all back here tomorrow, 7:30 for part 2, and we'll see what happens next. If you've enjoyed the show, give us a share, give us a comment, give us a like, tell your friends. You'll be able to watch this part 1 still on our YouTube channel after this live stream has ended. And if you're feeling really fancy, we've got a couple of spare quid rolling around in your pocket, why not tip us? We've got a tip jar in the description. But if not, we'll see you all tomorrow for part 2. See you later, everybody.